Good morning and welcome back to the Daily Bible Chapter. Today is March the 15th of 2022, and we are reading Deuteronomy chapter 13. And as usual, still reading from the New King James Version. And chapter 13 talks about the punishment of the apostates. If there arises among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and he gives you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder comes to pass, of which he spoke to you, saying, Let us go after other gods, which you have not known, and let us serve them, you shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for the Lord your God is testing you to know whether you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice. You shall serve him and hold fast to him. But that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken in order to turn you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you from the house of bondage, to entice you from the way in which the Lord your God commanded you to walk. So you shall put away the evil from your midst. If your brother, the son of your mother, your son or your daughter, the wife of your bosom, or your friend who is as your own soul, secretly entices you, saying, Let us go and serve other gods, which you have not known, neither you nor your fathers, of the gods of the people which are all around you, near to you or far off from you, from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, you shall not consent to him or listen to him, nor shall your eye pity him, nor shall you spare him or conceal him, but you shall surely kill him. Your hand shall be first against him to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people, and you shall stone him with stones until he dies, because he sought to entice you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. So all Israel shall hear and fear, and not again do such wickedness as this among you. If you hear someone in one of your cities which the Lord your God gives you to dwell in, saying, Corrupt men have gone out from among you and enticed the inhabitants of their city, saying, Let us go and serve other gods, which you have not known, then you shall inquire, search out, and ask diligently. And if it is indeed true and certain that such an abomination was committed among you, you shall surely strike the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying it, all that is in it and its livestock, with the edge of the sword. And you shall gather all its plunder into the middle of the street, and completely burn with fire the city and all its plunder. For the Lord your God, it shall be a heap forever, it shall not be built again. So none of the accursed thing shall remain in your hand, that the Lord may turn from the fierceness of his anger, and show you mercy, have compassion on you, and multiply you, just as he swore to your fathers. Because you have listened to the voice of the Lord your God, to keep all his commandments which I command you today, to do what is right in the eyes of the Lord your God. Deuteronomy chapter 13. It still stands out to me every time I read something where God is basically ordering the destruction of. It's just the way and the tone in which, at least the way I read it, like go back to verse 15, it says, You shall surely strike the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying it, and that all that is in it and its livestock with the edge of the sword. And you shall gather all its plunder into the middle of the street, and completely burn with fire the city and all its plunder, for the Lord your God. Like, it just, in my mind, I just see, like, complete, like, I don't know, obliteration, maybe is the word I'm looking for. It's like, get rid of any of it and all of it, because it was so unpleasing to the Lord. And I mean, like, I guess there's a part of me that's like, they're just items, they don't sin, but any item that was worshipped, I guess God would hate. Anything that would take his place in someone's life, I think he would hate. And so it just it always sort of gets me at how strongly he speaks of it and said, like just utterly destroy it. Just cut them in half with the sword and get rid of it, all of it, leave nothing. Because those are very, very specific. It's not like get rid of most of it, you can keep a little bit or any of that kind of stuff. And, I wonder, like, I don't know, I guess I think about that, how, we need to get rid of sin in our lives, but we need to get rid of all of it, and like somewhere it says, I don't know the actual verse, but it, it talks about if your right eye causes you to sin, it's better to gouge it out than to, end up going to hell. And, like, it sort of seems to carry on with this thought of just utter obliteration of anything that is not pleasing to God. Anyway, that's kind of what I was thinking about. I'm going to keep thinking about that as I go through my day today. And hopefully something stood out to you as we were reading through there. And if not, maybe you can think about the utter obliviation. I think that's the right word. It sounds weird to me all of a sudden, but anyway, of sin and things that are unpleasing to God. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow for Deuteronomy chapter 14.